Hello, my name's Charlie, and this is my video on the rankings for Saviours. So, sorry if the lighting isn't that great, I don't record videos, this is my first one, but we're going to go straight into it, and I'm just going to talk about one in little detail. I've only heard them about 3 times, because the album only came out 12 hours ago at the time of recording, so obviously the singles I've had a bit more to listen to. So we're going to start with The American Dream Is Killing Me. Right, now this one was okay, and I enjoyed it as the first one. I was like, okay, this is a nice taste step up from Father of All, but it's not as fast paced as I want it to be. So but it is a nice, good introduction into the album. You do get the American Idiot feel. So for that reason I'm going to go right, okay, I'm going to put it in C, but I don't think it is C. If we're looking at all Green Day songs, then it's good. It's a good song. But if we're looking at this album, I'm going to put it in C. And that brings us on to the next single, which was Look Ma No Brains, which I'm going to put in... Probably should use the mouse, actually. I'm going to put this in B because I really like this song. I love the production on it. I know they're all kind of the same production, but I like the fast pace of it, you know. I said, look, Ma, I've got... I love that. And I love the section where the drums go to ride and he goes, and I've gone away. And then the singer goes, I don't know what the backup singers go, but they go, don't find it. I love that section, but the overall structure, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. It is set out with like a verse chorus kind of way, but I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on it. However, we come to, I think probably our first, maybe our only S tier, which is Dilemma. Is this Dilemma? Have I read that right? Oh no, this is Bobby Socks. We'll do Dilemma because I've just started speaking about it. I put Dilemma in S tier. It's probably the best song on the album. It's just nice. It's nice, soft, and it's not soft. It's a nice, soft start. And Billy Joe's Armstrong vocals, they're so nice. But also the lyrics are great. I think I like the heaviness of it when you look at the main riff. I think it works really well. So now we're on our first one, which I've only heard a couple of times, which is Bobby Socks, and this is the one where do you wanna be my girlfriend? Or I think I've sounded the wrong note there, but it's that one. I really like this one actually. I want to put it in high B A. I'm thinking A. This one's really catchy, and I love his scream in it. This is the one that's got his big scream in it. It just works really well, and I love the guitar on this one. It sounds similar to the Dilemma guitar in terms of distortion level and how heavy it is. And that brings us to the last single, which is One-Eyed Bastard. Now, I'm going to put this on the same as Look Ma No Brains, or maybe A. I'm going to put it in front of Look Ma No Brains, but it's still in B, because this one, I hated when I first heard it, but now I really like it. Hated's a strong word, because I love all Green Day songs, but I didn't like it when I first heard it, but I really like it. I think that I really like that riff, despite it may be a rip-off of that Pink song. I'm gonna put it there because it is a really good song actually, but I think it repeats a bit too much in the sections that go like da 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 da. Just drags on a bit without any drive or vocals. But other than that, it's a great song. This one was one that stood out to me. There's some that stood out to me this morning when I listened, and this is definitely one. Okay, so 1981, I'm going to put in the A tier. Oh, I've highlighted the whole thing. I'm going to put this in the A tier because the power, the drive is so good. At first, I was a bit annoyed by the repetition in it. I was a bit like, 1981, oh, they're really going to do this 4 times. But they changed it a bit up on the 4th times by changing the drums to a God, look how weird I sound. But anyway, I found that really good. I just love this song. I love that. She's gonna bang her head like 1981. It's so nice and fast, and that's how you want it to be, really. It just feels very pop punky, which is what you'd expect from Green Day. This brings us on to Goodnight Adeline. Oh, don't do this to me, brain. Adeline. And I'm going to put this one in high B, I think. High B. Maybe One-Eyed Bastard's a little bit better. But yeah, we'll go high B, and I really like this one. I like but it's kind of soft, but it's not soft at the same time, if you know what I mean. But there's another song that feels really similar to it on the album, but I do prefer this one over that. Yeah, Goodnight Adelaide. Adelaide we'll put in B. Singing Goodnight Adelaide. I don't know if that's how it goes. Also, I've noticed that in a lot of these songs, well, not a lot of them, there seems to be this chord progression. I don't know if it's like a thing that Billy Joe's going for, but they seem to do a lot of major fourths, minor fourths, resolutions. I don't know how the mic quality is going to be, but they do this a lot. In quite a lot of the songs I heard it, not necessarily resolve into the one, but they did a lot of major to minor stuff. And then this leads us on to my least favourite song of the album, which I hate to say, and that is Coma City. I'm going to put it in D. Would I prefer to hear Coma City with bad recorded drums and a crap guitar over any modern day yo? Yes, I would 1,000 times. But on this album, it was just boring. The main hook for it was just wasn't that catchy. It obviously had the punk feel, the pop punk feel, but the hook for 81 was so much more catchy. So I've put it in D, but this is for the album, remember? So I'm going to be very, very controversial here because this next one, I've heard a lot of people don't like it. They think it's like rock and roll. I love Corvette Summer. I don't like rock and roll. I hate the bad production of it, but this is just so catchy. It's unbelievably catchy. Get around, I can get around. But I'm not going to swear. I've already said one-eyed bastard, so never mind. But it's just so catchy, and then the verse carries on with like a more normal Green Day feel, you know, more strummed guitar and regular drums. But the first part is the main hook is so catchy. I think there's a cowbell going do 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 do, but it's just so catchy. I love Corvette Summer. But that's a very not popular opinion, shall I say. Right, now we're getting into the ones that I can't always remember, which is Susie Chapstick and Fancy Sauce. I'm going to leave them till to last because I might have a re-listen whilst I'm making this video, because those two are they're not unforgettable at all, because they were good songs. I remember listening to them thinking they're good, but they're just not as memorable as all the other ones we've listed so far. Strange Days Are Here to Stay, which is a line out of Dilemma. That is going straight into the B. I've heard a lot of people say this is the best one, but I don't think it's the best, but it's a very good song. It feels a bit more punk rocky than the pop punky ones like 1981. Living in the 20s. Now, this one is definitely going to go into high B. This was a very, very catchy opening. I love the opening of this song. I think it didn't go downhill from there. I'm almost tempted to put this one. No, it's going in A, low A. Maybe I put Corvette Summer and 1981 in S. Now they can go high S. But Living in the 20s, that opening riff going around twice, and then the drums coming in. It felt Dookie-esque and quite Insomniac actually, just not as heavy punk. But what I was going to say was, I really feel like this album has mixed American Idiot and Dookie so well. It's unbelievable. I know he said it in the interviews, and that's what he said the album would be like, but, you know, you've got the fast pace of Dookie, you know, the 1981, that's so fast, you know, it's not what's-her-name speed. But yet you've got the good production of American Idiot. Dookie's was good as well. But you've got like the oohs that are on American Idiot. You've got the good backing vocals. You've got some longer songs like the next one we're going to look at, which we'll go on to now. Father to a Son. Father to a Son. Oh, that was completely wrong. I had it perfectly in my head. Very high B. Because it does feel like part 2 of Wake Me Up When September Ends. Feels a bit 21 Gunsy. Sounds like a rapper, doesn't it? Yo, Gunsy, cause that's my name. My music sucks, and you are lame. Maybe I should be a rapper. Anyone can be one, apparently. But Father Son's really nice. Nice ballad. They did nail that one pretty well for what he was going for. I think that has the major to minor. Father to a son. I think that's got that one. Another A tier one for me, Saviours. Not many people said this was good. It's not the closer of the album, I think it's second to closing, but it's really... I love the chorus. The verses are all on... He plays the same note for ages, which was... It was catchy because there was effects on it. It wasn't just like ding, 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 ding. You know, there was drums and stuff, but I love the chorus. Calling all saviors tonight. God, I cannot sing, but that was... It was just really catchy, and the guitar's like... And you could hear the... like the American Idiot style chorus. That one did feel a bit more... That one felt less OG Green Day, not Dookie. Right, now we're on the two that I can't quite remember that much, so I'm just going to have a quick listen. Right, so I've just... Oh, mouse has disconnected again. I've just listened to Fancy Sauce again, and I've got to say, it is going in the C tier, because I just found it a bit boring. It was like, he had that slow feel. Oh, die young someday. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a Green Day song that sounds exactly like that chorus. It was too boring in speed because it didn't have the meaning of father to a son. It's hard to explain. But anyway, we're on to the last one now, which is Susie Chapstick. Susie Chapstick, it does have that slow-ish ballad feel, like Father to a Son and Fancy Sauce, but I did find it more interesting than Fancy Sauce, and I like the harmonies in the chorus with the backup vocals. They're not massive harmonies, you know, they're not everything singing in thirds or anything, but so I just felt it should go there because, you know, it wasn't as good as Father to a Son, but it was definitely better than Fancy Sauce, and I actually quite like this one. Maybe mid B, actually, high B. I don't know what it is about Fancy Sauce. This is my tier list, this is it. Oh, you can use this template on Tier Maker because I actually just made it. Look, you can see my name there, Charlie N. I just made all these. I just added all these pictures in the tier list. So if you search up Saviours by Green Day list on List Maker, Tier Maker, feel free to use it. I've made it public so you can make your own ranking because obviously this is just my opinion. Thanks for watching.